Hello, good morning student. This is the very first period of English of 10th standard. Here is the first unit. The name of the unit is Against the Odd. Against the Odd. Odd means problems. Against the problems. Before we start our first unit, let's take some lessons, some moral, some wisdom from its pre-task. Here is a pre-task. Read about Dasrath Manji and answer the questions. See the first paragraph. Dasrath Manji. Dasrath Manji ran away from his home at a young age and worked at Dhanbad's coal mines. He returned to his village, took up work and married Falguni Devi. While crossing Galar Hills to bring him lunch, Falguni slipped and seriously injured herself. So let's see what it wants to say. Firstly, he worked at Dhanbad. Then he returned and took a work of farming. The name of his wife is Falguni Devi, and once from the Galar's Hill, his wife Falguni Devi slipped and injured seriously. Then see the next line. They could not reach her to nearby hospital because there was no straight access to the town, and which eventually led to her death. Maji was deeply disturbed, and that very night decided to carve a path through the Galar Hills so that his village could have a easier access to medical services. See these lines. In the Galar village there is only few resources. Because of this they could not reach on a hospital on a time. And this led to a death of Falguni Devi. So Manji, with a very disturbed state of mind, decided what? Decided that to carve a path through the ridge, through the hills. His village become a more accessible and the village can get easy access to the medical services. Generally it is said that don't take a decision when you are so happy. Generally it is said that don't take decision when you are so happy and when you are so sad or in the anger. But what we are saying here, Dasrath Manji took his decision in the sad state of mind. But that's proved practical here. See the next line. He carved a path of 360 feet long, 25 feet deep in places, and 30 feet wide to form a road through the rocks in Galar Hills. So this is the measurement of the access of the way he created. See the next. He quoted, "When I started hammering the hill, people called me lunatic." People call him lunatic, madman. Lunatic means madman. But that stilled my determination. So, very beautiful line. Motivational words also. That in the beginning to make path, people call him lunatic, means stupid. But words of people made him more determined, more strong. See the next line. He completed the work in 22 years, from 1960 to 1983. The path reduced the distance between Atri and Wazirganj sectors of Gaya district from 55 km to 15 kilometers. So, see here is the journey of Manji, that he completed his work in 22 years from 1960 to 1983. In these years, he reduced distance between Atri and Wazirganj. These are the name of two places. And how many kilometers he reduced? He reduced 55 to 15 kilometer. Definitely it is the biggest achievement. See the next line. Later, Manji said, so here is the second quote from him. Though most villagers taunted me at first, there were quite a few who lent me support. Lent me means give him. Lent me support and later by giving me food and helping me buy my tools. So here is second quote completed. In his second quote, he said some people helped him by giving him food and his tools. Next slide. For his achievement, Manji became popularly known as the mountain man because he carved a path. This is the biggest achievement, so people called him mountain man. His name was also proposed by the Bihar government for the Padma Shri award in 2006. Because of social services, his name proposed for the Padma Shri award. See the last? When a movie on his life was announced, Manji was on his deathbed. He put his thumb impression on an agreement, gave away exclusive right to make a film on his life. The mountain man was given a state funeral by the government of Bihar. So gave permission to film on his life, and state government of Bihar given respect to him by a state funeral. Here are 3 questions about it. Dasrath lost his wife. He was terribly disturbed. What would Manji have told himself that night? Option 1. Cruel God took my wife. Now I hate God. Option B. I must do dharna against the government for pressing them to build a good road from Atri to Wajirganj. Option C. I myself will start making a road through hills, whatever odds I have to face. Option D. I will unite the people of Atri and lead a procession to the authorities. Our demand will be give us road, give us life. Question number 2. Are you moved and impressed by Dasrath Manji's great deed? Deed means work. Write a message in 30 words in memory of this mountain man. You can begin like this. Oh dear Dasrath, we salute you because, write it down here. Question 3. What inspiration do we get from the people like Manji? We should not, instead we should. So here this is your homework, and write it in your notebook and send me.